Call it Park Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, booty.
Short. Hey, I don't know what to do.
Alright, so YouTube, this is going to be the first day as far as for the Vlogmas, as far as for Christmas, you guys. We have on a countdown to 24 days until Christmas, and I'm going to try to do as much vlogs as I can each day to show as far as for a medical assistant journey. We had already started decorating as far as for Christmas, so hopefully you guys will be able to enjoy this vlog, and I'm hoping everybody stays safe through the COVID-19. Is going to talk about as far as for what made me leave my phlebotomy job. Now with this video, I will admit to you guys I'm currently still a medical assistant. I'm working as far as for pain management, but if you guys watch any of my previous videos, I pretty much show you as far as for my experience with phlebotomy when I was working at a plasma center. Now the only reason why I wanted to do this video is because I feel like, one, is not to discard anybody that's a phlebotomist, because at the end of the day I would go back to doing phlebotomy if I wanted to, but I'm so into the field with medical assistant, the main priority that I would mainly want to go back to is medical assistant with OBGYN. But with phlebotomy, when working at a plasma center, what drew me to quit my job, or shall I say put in my 2 weeks and leave, is because one thing with phlebotomy, they don't get paid as much. That's my biggest thing with phlebotomy. Unless you're a travel phlebotomist, you really don't get paid that much, or unless you're working at a company as far as for Quest or Millennium, you pretty much get paid as far as for, you know, decent. But if you're working something like small as far as for like a plasma center, Octafarmer Plasma, any other plasma center and stuff like that, you get paid the minimum. Now if you stay as far as for like the high titles as far as for phlebotomy, you get paid decent, like as far as for like if you're a senior phlebotomist, or if you're training phlebotomist, or if you're one of the phlebotomists that pretty much you know, it's pretty much head. That's the main people that get a lot more money. But the good thing about phlebotomy is that it can have low pay, but it has good benefits. So like when I was working at BPL Plasma, they had low pay, but they had good benefits that came along with it, where you had discounts, tickets from theme parks in Orlando. Also you had health insurance, dental insurance, vision insurance, all those type of things. Basically with the phlebotomy, I wasn't getting paid as much. So usually if you're working in the healthcare field and you feel as if you're not getting paid as much, you automatically want to be like, look, I'm finding another job, I need to find something else, or pick a different field. Before I get a little bit more into the video, do you guys peep this? So I got this from Bath & Body Works. This one was I actually had a coupon for this, and this was for my badge. I thought this was so cute, you guys. They actually have a chain as well too, so I figured I would try to do like a medical assistant giveaway. I have so much new coming to my channel next year, you guys. Like, y'all don't understand. I've been trying to do like different things to try to get you guys attention, but I feel like it's not really working. So I'm gonna try to like step my game up and really just focus on medical. So y'all stay tuned as far as for that. But the reason that I left my phlebotomy job, like I said, I wasn't getting paid as much. Also, with phlebotomy, one thing about when working at a plasma center, you get cross-trained. So one thing about phlebotomy, you're always on your feet, you're always moving back and forth. I feel like sometimes it's like a burnout with phlebotomy sometimes, because it's like you're doing so much work and most of the time you're not really appreciated from it. And one thing about me, I'm really different from a lot of people, but I need to be appreciated for the work that I'm doing, because stuff just don't come for free. And people just don't understand that. Like, I'm like, one thing with phlebotomy, we do so much work, and it's like I need to be appreciated by it, or I need to see that it's a lot more improvement that's going to happen as far as for the company, anything like that. I feel like it wasn't a lot that wasn't getting done when working at my phlebotomy job. Now, the difference between working at my phlebotomy job with plasma center versus working my phlebotomy job with the hospital was a lot more organized when it came to certain things. So like with the plasma center, it's like you got to look here to get that, you got to look there to get that. One thing with working at a hospital, everything is in order for you. Like, okay, just go to this drawer to get that tube, you go right here to go get the gauze, you go right here to go get the needles. But at the plasma center, everybody's like running around like bees. So it's like, you know, that's really overwhelming. At the end of the day, another thing about a plasma center, working as a phlebotomist at a plasma center, is that the hours are so uneven. So I was working holidays and everything like that. I didn't too much like that. I was working like Father's Day, Mother's Day. They'll try to have Christmas open, Thanksgiving open on certain days. Try to have it like certain hours open. And I didn't too much like that. So, you know, when looking at certain phlebotomy jobs, do realize that you may have to have open on weekends and weekdays. That usually hours is usually like a 9 to 5. They may have you stay later, and that's another thing with phlebotomy. Like, I don't like how you'll have a designated schedule and they'll have you stay late, but it's later than usual. So say for instance, you'll work like a 7 to 3, you probably won't be getting off till around like 5 or 6 o'clock. Like, you have to make sure everything is put up right. The specimen, the needles are good, your station is stocked up. It's a lot of stuff you have to make sure you have prepared and ready, which is something that you'll do on an everyday basis, but at the same time, it's like, it's so much that comes along with that. Now every state is different when it comes to phlebotomy. This is just off of my experience, but I feel like more so my phlebotomy experience at the hospital was a lot more better than my phlebotomy experience at a plasma center. I just feel as if like it's a lot more organized at a hospital than it would be at a plasma center, but either way go with it, both being the experience with phlebotomy, I figured I would share it to you guys. So y'all comment below and let me know as far as for how your phlebotomy experience goes. Hopefully it won't be as bad as mine, and I know some people may have some good stories, some bad stories, but on my channel you're always welcome to share whatever you go through. So hopefully that'll be able to help, and I'm hoping everybody stays safe through the COVID-19, and y'all stay safe. Peace, y'all.